What is going on, everyone? Tim from Tierfawn Orbital. So today's demo video is going to be a relatively quick one. This is for a Krayt Slayer installed with a Tierfawn Orbital hybrid chassis. This Krayt Slayer, the Krayt Slayer, is provided or distributed by Jawas Junkyard, and it was designed by my good buddy Benji over at Nerfherder Customs. I'm not going to come into Fusion for this one. I feel like I have done that numerous times already. I've installed quite a few Krayt Slayers now, so I'm not going to come into Fusion and talk about the chassis. However, I do want to do a quick demo for the customer. This one in particular is going out to my buddy and fellow smuggler, Mac, right? So Mac, this one's for you, right? All right, so anyhow, with all that out of the way, let's come up top really quick, talk about the hilt, talk about the chassis, and then we will do a quick demo, right? So let's come up top. All right, so here it is, the Krayt Slayer from Jawas Junkyard. This hilt was designed by my dude Benji at Nerfherder Customs. I have talked at length in previous videos about how much I love this hilt, how much I can tell, you know, it was a hilt that was designed by Benji. Benji is always great with scrap flicks and scrap builds, and this is definitely has aspects of a scrap build to it, right? We've got a lot of Graflex parts, MPP parts on this. The upside down Graflex shroud always looks really, really unique, right? So great hilt. If you did not get in on this run, shame on you. No, I'm kidding. I don't believe they are available anymore, unfortunately, but they are a very, very awesome and unique looking hilt. Okay. This one came to me already weathered, right? So Mac weathered this prior to sending it to me. He did a great job with this one. I actually like what he did with the emitter. The emitter is nice and worn. The anodization has been scratched down to the aluminum. So did a good job on this one, right? Heat stained, I believe he heat stained that cobalt ring and this mount. So great looking hilt, right? Let's talk about the chassis, how to use it, etc., right? So there is a greebly here that will serve, it really has no purpose other than clocking the grip, right? But to unthread the grip, you want to take that thumb screw off or that little greebly off, and then you can unthread this grip. Now, with my chassis, I've mentioned this in the past, but just so you know, the brass hat tactile switches that are on the brass marble reveal section of this chassis, they are really, really close to the inner body of the grip. So when unthreading this grip, you want to just be really careful and unthread it slowly. I like to tilt the grip so it's up and then just unthread it like this, because you don't want the inside of those plungers to get caught up on those brass hat tactile switches. They'll rip them right off, right? Then you take your grip off. So here is the chassis. This chassis, the bottom section was done in MJF nylon. And then this upper reveal is a solid brass piece. This has been weathered, okay? And then we've got a nice cloudy quartz marble in there, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and get a battery for this guy. So this build takes a flat top 18650 battery, protected. Mac, to you, I'm going to be sending one of these with your hilt, right? So this will be in the box. Not a lot of people have this particular version of the 18350. A lot of people have the button top version. This chassis was sized for a flat top. Okay, spring side is your negative, so take the negative side of your battery, put it in that battery tray, and the hilt will power on, right? So there is no kill switch in this build. There is that nice cloudy quartz marble. What I love about these marbles is that they're super, super cloudy, so they really, really dissipate that the light from the neopixel underneath it, right? Nice and bright. There are also two rectangular LEDs on the chassis for this. Okay. So once you get your battery in, the hilt is on. I've loaded this with Krayt Slayer. That was done by Sith and Benji. All right. Awesome, awesome sounding font, by the way. Okay. So there are those two brass hat tactile switches. They're really, really high up, okay? Just like really close to the inside of this grip. And there are a lot of holes and windows in this grip. So just be aware of that when you're putting the grip back on as well. So just slide your grip on and then thread it into place. and you're ready to go. Now, I'm not going to put this back in. I'm just going to leave it off for the video because I'm going to take this grip off and box it up and send it out, right? But I'm ready to go, okay? That's neat. So this bottom red button is your main. Top silver button will serve as your aux. I like that we can get a nice view of those, not only the marble chamber, but those rectangular LEDs through those windows. Okay. And that's it. So let's come down to the bottom. Okay. So there it is. Yeah, I love that we get a nice reveal through those windows. Emitter from KR Sabers. So, let's pop a blade in this. So this will take a 7/8 inch neopixel blade. You want to just rest, nice deep blade socket by the way. Rest your blade on those PCB pins. This red button back here will serve as your blade retention. So once your blade is in, turn that so it's hugging your blade. And you are ready to go. I like to choke up on this hilt. I usually hold it like in the middle here. Okay. Let's see what else we got on here. I think I got Krayt Slayer on here. Oops.
Krayt Slayer.
Yep. It's an awesome font by K-Sith. Okay. Let's see what else we put on here. Love that we get a little bit of a reveal in there. It looks great. Okay. So, Mac, I'm sure you're aware of Proffie board navigation. So I'm not going to really go over that. Not that I ever really do anymore, right?
Krayt Slayer.
Unless asked otherwise. Okay. Oops. So that's it. That's the Krayt Slayer from Jawas Junkyard. Awesome, awesome hilt. Big fan of this guy. There we go. Come on, camera. There we go. So yeah, anyway, that's all I got. To the customer, Mac, thank you very much for trusting me with your install. If anyone has any questions about this particular install or anything really, please do not be a stranger. And with that being said, may the force be with you always. Have a good one, everybody.